Howdo. This is going to be an abbreviated version of Spider and Olde Scooter, so hang on to your webcams. The purpose of this is to introduce the new graphic of my new book. This, as you've probably ascertained, is my old book. That was published in 2014. This one just. And so I'm going to have it as a prop on the game. I also decided to do this way because I started another game while I was waiting for the last one to go through computer stuff. Encoding. Got to be encoded, you know. And I started playing another game, and this is still the first deal. And look at all the moves I made, so I thought that would go quickly. And I can tell you a little bit about the book while I finish out which promises to be maybe a successful game, rare enough around here. So, where I was in this, do a little restack with that. And I've got a Queen 6 stack, and a Jack 3 stack, and a Queen 8 stack, and 2 holds at the first deal. So, you who are Spider Solitaire fans know that's a heck of a good start. No promise it'll go anywhere. Absolutely not. But we'll play a little and see. Oh, you know, you can't have a new deal while you still have holes unoccupied. So I'll start moving stuff into holes. See, that would work wonderful. I still have 2 holes. And this will come over here, and yada, yada, yada. I'll make all the moves I can make and start telling you about this new book. It's also science fiction. This one down here obviously is science fiction. Giant worm comes around water planet to address a weasel-looking spaceship. Sure, science fiction. This, who could tell? Time tripping with amazing females sounds like what? Pornography, maybe. Science pornography. But it's not. It's a nice, clean book. Hardly any cussing in it. Also not much hard science. This reluctant god down here is... Oh, I researched forever. And as I've told you, I read science all the time. So I had a lot of real science. This one is more fiction than science. More phi than psi. Clever devil. And it's about time travel, though. As this fellow who I relate to, he's sort of like me in a way. I guess all authors have characters who are sort of like them now and then. This guy's an electrical engineer, and he gets in an industrial accident, and he gets popped back into time. 110,000 years. That's a pop, right? And that's the basis that sets up the story, and then he goes on to have many and sundry adventures. And I won't give away the pie here, but I'll tell you a little more about it in a minute. This is what the cover looks like, eh? So, my cover graphic. And it's available on, like all of us self-published guys are, on Amazon and on iTunes and on Barnes & Noble. And you can get an ebook or a real book. Here's my proof copy. When you're, see, proof. Is that proof of proof or what? That you get, and you go through and find 500 typos and correct them, and then they republish it, or they publish it. It's sitting there waiting for somebody to order a book, and they print that one. You know how that works. And print on demand. I demand a print. All right, since nothing much happened. Oh, see how neat that was? It was so close. I've got a double 2 block here, which is a sad, sad thing. But I'll finish with the playing. When I finish this hand, I'll read you the, I always call them the liner notes, but, you know, the text on the back. It's always an interesting challenge to decide what to put in that. I say always, I've done it twice, so. But in the ebook publishing thing, if I think of something better to write back here, I can just change it. And the next person who buys that book will have that changed look. It's just a wonder, isn't it? Yes, wonder. This is still moving along moderately well, I'd say. Oh, O'Reilly, bang! Everything but an ace. So I fooled myself. I thought I was scoring. It's happened to me before. Yes, here we go. I don't see a black ace lurking around here that I could go get, so it's under one of these things, or it hasn't been dealt yet, or Spider is hiding it from me. The Spider of which I speak, of course, is Spider Mac, who is my opponent. She doesn't say much, but she plays a heck of a game of solitaire. Smart she is. And so far, the plays just keep on coming. We've punched several holes, 3, 4 holes. Haven't made a score yet, but we have 4 deals left. So that's a good, promising setup in my book. And that's my book. Silly man. Boom. All right. Don't slow down on me here, Spider Mac. This is the debut game for my new book cover. I'm sure you have lots of sympathy for that. Oh, fudge buckets, oh, fudge buckets. Don't sing, Scooter. Ah, no. All right. That's the only way to do it, I guess. And what's wrong with that after all? 6, 7, 9, 10. I can restack the 9 in a gesture of hope. So, before I deal the next card, when I sit here and say I don't see any more moves that I like, this is a move, but do I like it? Well, I do like it. I do. I thought it was going to go over here. Accidental brilliance is as brilliant as real brilliance. Oh dear. I don't take my own advice very often. Okay, I'll read you this. Watch this trick. The largest cat ever, the great American lion, hasn't walked the earth in more than 11,000 years. Can't read my own writing. No human sense has seen its terrifying magnificence. That is until a smart young engineer, Darrell Streeter, is in an industrial accident, sends him hurtling back in time to the Pleistocene, where he is quickly found by a female great American lion, a mega predator. It actually was the biggest lion, biggest feline ever. It was sort of closely tied with the saber-toothed tiger, but it was really the biggest. That's my conclusion from much research. Happily, Darrell doesn't get eaten. His wit, he thinks, saves him. These lions, Panthera atrox, I'm not sure it's atrox or atrox, I'll look it up someday, aren't your ordinary supercats. The female great Americans have talents no creatures, before or since, ever had. Lucky for Streeter, it turns out. He's adopted into a great American family. He names the female MIZ, thus MIZ. In the course of his mind-boggling adventures with MIZ, Streeter begins to suspect that when it comes to time travel, nothing is set in stone, especially the extinction of a great animal. He goes from fighting for his own survival to the survival of the great Americans. Anyway, that's the back cover copy, which I'm sure you were just dying to hear. All right, this is always tricky. I think that's about it. It'll have to do. So onward, I hope I can finish this thing. Good heavens. I thought this was going to be a fast game. Well, if you didn't talk so much, there goes another sock puppet line. Lost in the void because I don't have a sock puppet. Gotta get a sock puppet. I guess it doesn't matter which 8 that goes on. And now I have this King 2 stack that's just dying for an ace so I can squeal score. I can't really give it my best unless it's real. Phooey. Come on, you. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, 5, 6. Where was that 9? Why did I just say 9? Oh, it was up here. Wasn't it? Because over here's an 8. Ace 2, 2, 3, 3, oops, 3, 4. Come on, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Got her on the ropes. She's dangerous on the ropes. I think she invented rope-a-dope. I could be wrong about that, of course. Was it Muhammad Ali who first used the term? I know he did it brilliantly, but I can't remember whether it was custom built for Ali. Man could take a punch, and another one, and another one, and another one. Oh, I never could really take a punch. I could be dropped with a single whack to the solar plexus, or a good cross to the jaw, and that's it, I'm out, you win. That is after I regained my composure. Then I would give up. Defeat can be honorable when it avoids great damage to your facial parts, for no overwhelmingly honorable cause. Aha! Oh, that darn double 2 got me blocked right there. And it's going to be hard to get away from it. No, 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 no. Over here, please. Gave away $1. Haven't heard that song much lately. I must be getting better. Oh, we're down to the last card, and I still haven't scored. What is that number there? 71. I'm losing a lot of money. I mean, if this doesn't turn out good, you're going to see a kind of a record-breaking money loser here. Well, no, give me a 3. Give me a 3, boy. Soothe my soul. Don't sing, Scooter. 10, 2, oh, thank you, Lord. We just came from owing $270 plus $370. I was in the hole there. I didn't mention it much because I was so ashamed of it. But now I'm only like, whatever, $27 in the hole. That's way better. So I better quit while I'm ahead, hadn't I? Of course, I'm not allowed to, so I don't see any really significant moves. No. Restack. None of that's going to amount to anything except me lose money. So now I'm $30 in the hole. I've introduced MIZ. Thank you, madam. She'll be here on most of the games henceforth. Because why not? Should you feel intrigued and have the desire to go read MIZ, look on Amazon to search for MIZ. Maybe MIZ and Scooter would get it for you. I haven't tried that very often yet. But we'll go out with a bang, old girl. There you go. Thank you for your patience, and good night.